Hey guys, I'm Lachlan Parker, also known as Coach LBP. My entry into Rocket League was facilitated by CJ. He was looking for a performance coach within OCE, and yeah, we sort of connected with each other. I jumped on with the Renegades boys for a Friday session. The regional was the next day, and they decided, right, make it work. And yeah, that was pretty much my entry into Rocket League. Yeah, so entry into Rocket League was obviously a little bit different. My background is within sport and exercise science, so predominantly all my performance-based measures have been within traditional sports. So my entry into Renegades was actually the first time within the esports realm at a professional level, which was an exciting but a little bit of a scary time because I didn't know if a lot of things would translate accurately or not. Gratefully they did, which obviously went my way. But that sort of led me into a position in Renegades of actually up into head of performance. So I was working with I think 5 Renegades teams at one time, alongside the Rocket League team as well. And yeah, sort of just building on my skills and working with the players individually to understand what they need, what they require, but also in terms of gameplay, like understanding how they see the game and what's important for them as well. I think when I joined Renegades, I had about 60 hours on Rocket League. All of a sudden I'm coaching and I've one team in OC at the time. So I told the boys I cannot teach how to flip reset, I cannot teach mechanics, but what I can teach you is how to be the very best player outside of the game, which will then translate to your in-game performance. So it was really just working to understand how they felt and how they sort of incorporated themselves within the team. But I also take it upon my own responsibility to sort of make sure the team culture and the team environment is sort of positioned for success. And that's obviously very individualistic as well. So really understanding, I guess from a mindset perspective, what the boys like in terms of individual, and sort of making sure that works within a team environment is how I sort of run and function a team. Yeah, I think when anyone looks out from the outside in, it's a team of pretty mechanical monsters is what I like to deem it at the moment. The boys are all pretty gifted individually in terms of what they're able to do, so I guess that's sort of the team that I like to be around. All the boys have really good mindset outside the game as well, doing sport, taking control of their performance from that perspective, so that's really important for myself, because obviously I'm really big into performance and making sure that they're taking accountability. So I think probably those 3 factors in terms of, and obviously the potential of the team and bring back that Season 5 legacy. For anyone that was watching those first 2 games, we went down 2 goals in the first, I think, minute. I looked at the boys and I was like, come on boys, let's actually start here. So I think we're just having a bit of fun with it, but then we sort of locked in and it was pretty much clean from there. Same sort of mindset today. I think we benefit from coming out pretty fast and strong, making sure we have a really good start to the game, and we sort of take control of the pace and the pressure and make sure we play the way we want to play. So I probably think that's the mindset for today, especially next week going into Swiss and double Elim next week will be top 16 where things will get a little bit more serious, where we'll take a bit more accountability to making sure we're prepared individually pre-game and sort of coming into it with how we want to come into it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm massive into boot camps. I love, sort of being able to be in person with the boys, and this is really our only experience and opportunity to do so. I think it's really important from a team environment, team culture perspective to sort of be a person and bond and almost create some memories in that way. The other day we went to mini golf, yesterday we went bowling, so it's about being in person as a team to create those little sort of memories that will be able to be used down the line to sort of help build characters and help build resemblance towards each other. So yeah, you can't really get that if you're just purely online. So being in person has a lot of benefits in my mind. Yeah, I'm always big into this metaphor, pretty much keeping the train on the tracks. A train always has a destination, and along the way up to that destination there's small train stations that you have to sort of go through. I like to see that final destination as your final goal, whether that be becoming a professional player, joining a top team, making top 8, making top 4, whatever that is. It's important to acknowledge that along the way there are small train stations, and those small train stations could be smaller goals. So that could be performing individually to the degree you want to, learning a new mechanic, incorporating yourself within a team, or just getting a little bit more skillful in whatever area you want to do. So I think it's important to break things down and not just look at it as a whole big task, but to break it down into small little patterns and most importantly have fun. So I think if you're not having fun, then what's the point? Yeah, obviously shout out to the boys. Obviously looking forward to a really cool season together. I'm sure that we've all got expectations individually in terms of what we want from each other and how we want to perform. And obviously shout out to Edge, to Brendy, to all the boys here at the Bliss HQ that provided us with a great little week of boot camp.